mean, this feels a little bit like cheating. This is exploiting some game mechanics right here. Oh, he's come to the crate. I'm going to need to have a shower after this. Ugh. Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Right, we're going to do tips on advanced smoke vehicle techniques. We're going to do tips on crate pushing. We're going to do tips on late game rotations and exactly what you should be looking out for so you can win and the things you shouldn't be doing there and much, much more. So stick around. Let's rip this one off. If you are going to push people at flare drops, at airdrops, then you are going to have to do better than just sitting there spamming an M416 or a G36C. Because here's something I don't understand what people don't grasp. People get AWMs out of crates. If you are going to spam an M416 or a 5.56 AR at me at a crate and there's an AWM in there, I only have to hit you once and you come second. It never ceases to amaze me that people get involved like this at these crate fights and are surprised when the other guy gives them a haircut with an AWM shell, like a 50 cal. Like, it's just absolutely nuts. Let's move on. This is something that I have to talk about. I do this at least once a week. At least once a week. We push someone, we get the car, but we then take our car, which has no petrol in it, and when I say we, I mean me. Make sure for all, because Benji's the one stuck in the middle of the field getting third party by a bloke with a Mark 14, and I'm quite happy to be alive. That car should never have been driven out. There were two vehicles there. I knew that one had no fuel in it. Check the bloody fuel tank before you push the knock, because I can't tell you how often I push the knock and halfway across an open field, the car gives out of petrol and I am just left apologizing, feeling like a muppet. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about what I'm doing right here. This is dumb. This is really, really dumb. This is a bad space to be in. I'm 1 outside of the circle. 2, I don't have a partner, so if I get knocked, I'm dead. 3, none of this is winning the game. If I left these two groups alone, they would have to fight each other. They would have to try and rotate in together. As it is, I can't push these knocks, and I'm actually stopping one group from pressuring the other group to the point where all I'm doing right now is lessening my chance of winning the game. This is me just loving sniping and can't help it. So I'm just knocking everyone and doing nothing. I'm then up with 2,000 damage in second place in this game. Let's move on. Some more of the same game. This is the advanced vehicle smoke technique. Now, you all know in solos I use this all the time. This is where you put smoke on the vehicle, get in the passenger seat, because if you get in the driver's seat, they hear the engine start and people might start shooting the car, and then you use it like a radar. You are basically just watching what's going on around you, and every 35 seconds you hit another smoke and the car gets shrouded in smoke again, and it's like portable. If someone starts throwing grenades or shooting the area, you can literally just drive the car out of there. And then when you see someone go to a drop, it's dirty, right? You know what's even better? When you do it in duos. Watch this. Late game Erangle, everyone's going to be snaking around. Very grassy area, very difficult to find anyone. Unless you're doing what I'm doing right here. And I'm going to mark exactly where this guy is for kill him. And kill him is going to roll across to the left, throw a grenade, knock the guy, and I'm going to drive out of the smoke without having to get and run to the car or anything, and because I've already seen his mate, and pressure exactly where his mate is and pincer him before he can even have a chance to get up the knock. And this strat is just broken in duos. Here he is. He goes behind the tree. Kill him's on the other side. We get the win. That's such a good way of doing it. Want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing here. This is the wrong gun. Okay, this is a G36C. It's a great loadout mid-game when you're sniping around and you want to have the ability to be a little bit versatile, but we're getting towards the end game. There's only 6 people left, and I'm going to push here. Now, I get away with it, but this is not the right weapon, and it's a long-range push. There's no way that this guy isn't going to be getting up even right now. Like, he's up right now. Here he is. Yep. We knock the knock. We clear the knock. Why did I do that? I'll talk about that. I'm so sick of not clearing the knock in these situations because people are super passive and they just won't come and help, right? So if you don't clear the knock, often you end up having to kill them twice or they actually kill you. But in that situation, it's about time you change weapons. Get a barrel or something strong that's close quarters ready and do the business. This is all about committing. When you're in these late game situations, there is so often a moment when you just absolutely have to go for it, where you just have to tear things down and push. Before we get there, I'll show you this. This is what I mean, commitment. Az is going to get the knock. This is a bridge camp. We don't have a lot of opportunities to get through. I'm going to just be the meat shield. I'm like, Azza, you just smash him. I'm going to meat shield. All you have to do is hit the guy that hits me, right? I put a gren out there, so he's got to come out left. They both have to go left. Here we go. And that's commitment. I'm putting my teammate, you can do it. I'm just going to push. There we go, right? This is not commitment. This is where I'm going to get a lovely knock here, which should win me the game. And instead of pushing on it, I'm going to faff about. I'm going to run. I'm only going to waste about a second and a half, 2 seconds, but it's enough to lose the game. As soon as I hit this AWM shot, I should leap the wall, press the W key, and go straight down there. I've got 8 seconds for the revive, and it's going to take them half a second to get there. Turn left. No, go over there, have a shot, run along, climb the wall, do an animation, reload, push in. Nah, it's over. It's over. This is so frustrating to me because this is something that I watch all the time in gameplay where people don't commit and don't do right at the right time. That's all on me. It's a 2,000 damage game, absolutely in the pooper. This is just a spot that I think you should know about. This is just south of Lipovka. It's absolutely brilliant. I've been using this for ages, but there's an area here where you can get underneath the waterline, so to speak, underneath the flat surface that everyone else has to run across, so it makes it really easy just to poke up. You've also got this massive big overlook area that you can use. If anyone tries to sneak up on you, you can just go down into the rock area there as well and look back over your shoulders. I've won a bunch of final circles here. It is a just massive advantage to be in that little spot there, and you can drive up to it and park your car and still drive out of it very, very easily as well. So if you're looking for a late game and it comes down to this area, make sure you get there first. I want to show you something I really believe strongly in. This is running short side of the circle. You can see where the white circle is meeting the blue circle, the edge of the blue zone, is where you're most likely to find these guys late game. And if there's a rock there, just drive straight up to the rock and that will give you the exact location of the last duo or the last person or the last whoever watched. Like it's honestly, it works 99 times out of 100. There he is. And the other guys are coming in and he had the best spot in the zone and you now have the best spot in the zone. Don't give it up. Once you get the best spot in the zone, don't waste time. You've driven around all over creation for half an hour playing the game. Why should you go and give the suckers an even break? Hold it. Just hold it. You went short side, hold it. Watch them. Watch the play zone take out the last two guys. I don't know why people do this. People will... It's like they don't really understand risk versus reward. They'll just hold in the blue. This is another example of this. Making a rotation where you just don't give up the good spot. And rotate on the edge of the zone. Always just, if you get the opportunity, rotate on the zone's edge. You learn where people are. You can see there's a guy down there on the left coming in on a bike. So I at least know that. I know where they've come from. I know where there's likely to be no one else rotating in. There's probably someone coming in from junkyard, someone on that bike. I know there's a guy up the hill because I saw, shots from there earlier. So you learn a lot about where everyone is in the circle and what's safe. You hear that? Okay, so someone's up that little bit of a hill there. Great. I know that there's someone there with a sniper rifle with a suppressor. There's a bloke here. Got a ghillie suit on. Probably got a crate weapon. He's on fire because I threw a Molotov on him. And now we're looking for that guy who just made that sniper shot. Lo and behold, there he is. We hit him once. Someone else is shooting him as well. He's got no good options left. All we're going to do is help clear that, and voila. This is the thing you want to do. You want to take your time. You want to find out where everyone is. You want to give yourself every opportunity to be in the best position. You're not always going to get the circle. So that information will help you. We know where people are not, right? That's just as valuable as knowing where people are. We know there's no one up that hill behind us. So we park the car there, we blow it up, and we use it as cover. Like, these are the things that you do. You just make them a habit, and you win more games, and you place higher, and you rate better. And then we get to the end, and just like in the last game, we don't give up the best position. That guy's like 25 meters away, and he is behind a rock. If I push up a hill, he gets the third-party peak, desync hit me, and I probably come second. I'm not doing it. I'm inside the circle. He has to rotate to me. He's going to keep jumping out there trying to drag me into some kind of gunfight where he has the advantage. And I'm not doing it. And that's why we actually win this one as well. I'm Bushka. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Please like the video. That would help me. Please subscribe. And yeah, just don't give people up. Don't give up these spots. Look at it. He's desperate. Eventually he has to come in, and that's when you strike. When he actually makes himself available. Fill him up, boys and girls.